You know, the more I watch Marvel Zombies, the more I get the distinct impression that this show is meant to be binged. Other than the fact that all 4 episodes were released at once, this episode opens with us seeing Spider-Man and the rest of the squad from the What If episode trying to fix the apocalypse with the Mind Stone, but then being overrun by zombie Thanos and his zombies. I'm about 99.7% sure that Spider-Man and Scott Lang's head will show up to help the crew in the next episode, but for now, I'm just left wondering why they're chilling out over in Kamar-Taj instead of helping the others. What this intro does really well, though, is call back to Infinity War and establish Thor's mental state for the rest of the episode. I liked seeing the absolute toll that his mistake took on him and how he dealt with it in this case, which was completely different than how he dealt with it in the mainline MCU. In the base MCU, he retreated into total consumption and became Fat Thor. And while I know people have their complaints about that, I have to say I really liked seeing the sorry state of him in that movie, because it really shows he couldn't handle any more loss. In this show, however, Thor did the opposite, and pretty much just refused to live life, and retreated into his own mind, which I thought was really well done. Other than Thor's story, we also have Wanda making her appearance here as a villain. And I gotta say, this episode really establishes her well as the antagonist. While we had hints about her true nature in previous episodes, this is the first time we really got to see her as a villain, and I think it really worked. She has a sinister air about her, and the reveal that she was making all the Asgardians eat zombie flesh was actually vile, and I love how clever it was. Not only is she cunning, she also had the power to back it up. Fighting Thor one-on-one is an insane feat, after all. Finally, Red Guardian's death was tough to watch. Although honestly, I feel like we didn't really get enough of him from this last episode, considering it was his last. Especially considering he didn't even really have much agency in his death in the first place, because Kamala was the one who encouraged him to come and then encouraged him to eat. He didn't really do anything of his own the whole time. I just have to hope that there is some exploration of guilt in Kamala in this last episode. Overall, this was a really solid episode with good plot and character progression, so I'll give it an 8.7 out of 10.